Hey everybody, this is Collector Dude. I'm here for a haul video. I picked up some books the other day on my half price books, and I just didn't get a chance to make the video yet, but I'm going to show you tonight what I picked up. But it's amazing how some of the books that people just buy, they just came out, they're selling them at half price books already. And I'm like, okay, wow, I'll take them. And some of these, I don't think they used all the use the digital version either, so I'm going to be able to get them for half price and have the digital copy as well. So I'm like, okay, I like that. But it's amazing some of the books you can find at these stores. And like I said, I have to do a video to show you, like, if you want to, you can go to the site Half Price Books, and they'll tell you if you have a comic book store or have a bookstore in your state or city. I have a paper that I get printed off. I have to show you one day. I'm gonna have to make a video of it. But there's lots of them. Texas has like 50 of them or more. I'm like, wow. But in Ohio, right here where I'm at, there's 5 of them in my area. I just go to each one like a different day. Like if I get off work early, I'll drive to the different ones that are closer or something like that. And on the weekend, I'll go to the farther one, and I find some nice books. I buy what I can get for prizes and different things like that. I show like the hunt videos so you can see what I'm looking at, and I try to figure out things. I look at stuff and I see, okay, maybe I'd like to pick that up for a prize, or pick it up just to have in my collection, or pick it up and maybe try to sell it, something like that, especially if it's rare or something. You never know. But okay, here, let's show you these books. And I was surprised to see this. I've been seeing a lot of these lately, so I picked it up. This is Amazing Spider-Man 315. Hydro Man. As soon as I saw it, I said, grab it. I wasn't sure. I don't remember it being like the cover being shiny like that. So would it print it like that? So I said, let me pick this up. I'm like, wow. I got that for $1. That's number 315. Like I said, I got to put them in my trusty bags and boards, because this was just in a bag, and I'm surprised it's not bent up or anything. So I like I said, I keep these, so I put it in the bag so I know what I paid for it. So if I want to sell it or whatever, I'll just know what I paid for it. But here, maybe I'll do, like I said, I got to do a flip through of some of the books. Like some of the prize books, I just for my latest prize, my pop contest, I got to go through those, and then I got to get them in the mail to everybody. So don't worry, anybody watching this video, if you won, you'll be getting the book. And like Tomb and some of the other people, I can't remember their names, all of them, but I got them all written down, and I know what I have to send you, so I'm going to get them in the mail. James Gallegos and Tomb, I got your name. See, you're already, I got them already put in these things. I just got to get them sent in the mail and everything. I had a whole bunch of different things coming up, so you'll get them. But some of the other ones that I just didn't bag yet, I'm going to go through those if I can, so you can see what the book is about. But these are the inside of the pages of this Amazing Spider-Man 315 with Todd McFarlane artwork. Just awesome. Like Hydro Man, it seems silly, but you're like, Hydro Man, come on, Sandman. But he draws them very cool. This is just all Todd's artwork and everything. So like I said, it was in really good condition. I was surprised. Like I said, I have to keep it very careful, and hopefully sometimes some of these I'm gonna send in to get graded if I can. I haven't tried that yet, but I like to try grading eventually. But that, like I said, it was in nice condition and everything. And like I said, when you see them at Half Price Books and you flip through and you go, whoa, that actually is there. So here's Doctor Strange number 14. So this story, I have to catch up on reading it, but I saw him like if he was going to be Galactus's new herald. I wanted to read that when he was putting the helmet on his head and everything. I said I gotta get the book and read it, just like I've been trying to keep up with. I paid $1.99 for this one, like there, but I wanted to keep up with this though, so I can see what's going on, because it looked really cool, exciting. It's like some of the artwork inside and everything. So I wanted to check that out. But this is number 14, and there's some more artwork in there. But I want to see what they were doing to explain that. And let me see if this one still has digital code. Yeah, see, it still has the digital code in there. So I got to peel that off. It expires May 1st, 2020. So if I want to get the code, I can get it. So that's that. And my next one was Lethal Legion. It was something different. It's not worth anything, I don't think, but I thought it was cool. Lethal Legion, I paid $1.99 for it from Dark Reign. So let me show you that one. I thought it was something I wanted to do for a while, because I like to look at the books and I like to look at videos when people show the actual comic book. So I said, you know what, since I like doing that, and I want to see that when I see the book instead of just showing the book off, I want to show the inside of the book as well. And like I said, that's why I want to do flip throughs as well, because it'll help me read the book finally, instead of, because I got a big to stack pile or big to read pile. If I can go through the book as well, I can read it and show you what's inside of it. Here's some of the inside artwork to this. Not bad. Here's the first page. This is cool. So, what's his name? Mattios Santaluco. Nice artwork. It's like, just to get some stuff for stories and not just look for the value of it, that looks pretty nice. So hopefully it'll be a good story. It's like, it's a number one. I've been wanting to try to get number ones, so I can just start the story off. If I see more there, I'm going to pick them up. Like yesterday, I went to Half Price Books and I flipped through them, and I saw Deadpool Art of War #3. I thought I had them all. I got 1, 4, and 2, and I flipped through, and I didn't put it in my collector's thing, so I know which ones I have. I got to go through. I got so many books. I got to go through and add them to it. So when I'm out, I'm thinking, do I have that one or not? Instead of spending the money, if I can flip through it and go, okay, I got it already, put it back. Unless I want to get an extra one to sell, or an extra one for a price, I don't want to keep buying them. But like I said, some of the books that are worth a lot, I'll buy more of them. But okay, here is another one. And like I said, I passed up on a stack 2 through 40 of Scott McDaniel's run on Nightwing. So I'm kind of upset I did that. I bought the first one because it was worth the most, but I love Scott McDaniel's artwork. I love the story of Nightwing. Chuck Dixon, yeah, he's the writer. He did a good run. The artwork's beautiful. It's just cool the way he did stuff and everything. And just the angles and the perspective and everything that Scott came up with all how he laid out the pages and everything. Everything had like a purpose for it. Like when he, instead of it just like like bam, just a big square showing the writer, the inker, the letterer, he would incorporate it into the artwork. He did a lot of circles and bubbles and stuff like that. If you know the books I'm talking about with Scott McDaniel, here's this one, Nightwing #27. He always did something with the artwork. So I'm going to show you the inside of this and see if it's what I'm telling you that he does with the book, because he's just awesome. And I met him, and he's a great guy. His mom is awesome too, Dolores. I'm friends with her on Facebook and everything. She's the sweetest lady and everything like that. I paid $1 for this one. So, but they're cool, just cool people. You know, when you meet people and they're cool and everything, and you go to the comic book conventions, and the guy or the girl or the kids or whatever, and they're just cool. You're like, wow. It makes you feel good, and you want to go out and buy more of their stuff, or an actor or an actress or something like that, or a musician. You meet them and they're not standoffish, they're not rude and everything, and they're just a people person. That is awesome. And I mean, you know, sometimes people aren't in a good mood and everything like that. You cut them slack, and I do that and everything like that. So if you know they're not feeling too good, but it's awesome when you meet those people and everything. I like to meet like Robert Kirkman, Walking Dead and all that stuff like that. People like that, but and just other people, like the guy that used to draw Ren and Stimpy. I forgot his name, but he was funny. He was like, I think he was about 5'4", and I met him like back in 1992 or 1993. Funny guy, but I got pictures with him and everything. But he was really cool, and just to meet them like that and see that they're cool too, that's awesome to be able to do that. So here's artwork for the inside of this one. Scott really did some good stuff. Let me see if there's something on the first page. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look how Scott did the way he did the layouts of the pages. There was always something. And he, see how it draws your eye? See how he made it like a circle or square, everything? He brings your eye through the thing. And who else was a master at doing this? George Perez is good at it, but Jack Kirby was awesome at it. So when you look at his artwork, you think, I don't like that. But if you look at it and you start to appreciate it, you're like, wow, he really knew how to lay out a page and a square and everything. He didn't bust out of the boxes too much, but he had some awesome layout. But look at this. See how the word balloons are placed as well? And see just the way the title is. And then look at the people who created the book. See how they're incorporated into the background, into the luggage or tables, stuff like. Look at where the indicia is. That's telling you about the book. It's just not like a big square, a long rectangular square on the bottom of the page, where it just breaks the whole mood. It's just, he incorporated everything into how he laid his pages out. And I know that's something he had to work out with the writer or the letterer and everything, but to make sure he had enough space when he did the pictures. But he is just awesome. All of his books are like that. That's why I was thinking, you know what, when I do my artwork and when I do my books and stories and different things, like I said, I'm going to start having, if I got to get a camera hopefully when I get my tax return and stuff like that, or just save up some money over time. If I can, maybe even who knows down in the future or something like that, if any of my videos get monetized, which I need to find out how that works. But I think you got to have maybe over 1,000 subscribers, which hopefully I'll get to eventually. And there's so many other ones that I watch that they're monetized too. Key Comics Market Watch guy, I watched him start, I forgot where he was at. Was he at 500 or even less? Now he's over at like 1,600 or more in a year. It's like awesome. So it can be done and everything. Like just have good content and be friendly and have some stuff that different things that people want to see, and you'll get those viewers and subscribers and everything, which I hope I can do. But like I said, when I see this, I want to show my artwork too, because if I can do some of the characters that I created and some of the stuff I'm doing for another guy that I'm working with, a young man that I'm working with, I'll incorporate that as well, because I like this is, like I said, you look at other people's artwork, George Perez, Phil Jimenez, Scott McDaniel, Jack Kirby, Brent Anderson, there's so many others, Michael Turner, just all these, there's so many people. Arthur Adams, I love his artwork. I remember just collecting all of his stuff. Alex Ross, how they do layout and how they do lettering and how they set up the page to make you, when you read it, right to left, and I remember left to right. It just brings your eye into a circle and leads you through each page and each square and everything. It's just cool. And they do that with Marvel, the Marvel techniques and stuff like that. They tell you how to do that. But Scott's like a master at it. And very awesome. And but let me see if there's another page I can show you in here. But like this one's cool. Just the circular look of that page. You look at stuff like that and go, why do I like that so much? And some pages you look at, you look, the guy can draw, or the girl can draw, or the kid can draw, but I hate that. I like the way they did it, but I don't like that. What you have to like teach yourself how to critique, or teach yourself, just like anything, you teach yourself how to drive a car, you teach yourself how to do things, and you get better and better at it. And then you go, I forget how to even explain how I got this good, or I forget how to explain how to do it. Or you have to break it down for yourself because you do it for years. You go, okay, now how do I teach my kids how to drive? How do I teach this person how to do this? And you're like, okay, let me break it down for myself so I can remember what did I do. And then you can teach somebody. A lot of times though, some people go, I'm not teaching nothing. Yeah, you just get behind the wheel, you just drive. Oh, wait a minute, maybe I should. Slow down. You're going the wrong way on a one-way street. Are you crazy? Well, you didn't tell me. That's just common sense. Well, I don't have any common sense. But here we go. Let's see. There's something else in here. I know just the way he draws. It's just, I love his pages and how he draws. This guy was interesting. He somehow, I think one of the villains in in the story, he was going against him or something like that, and he twisted his neck and he thought he killed him, but he didn't. He stayed alive, and now his head's turned around the other way, and somehow he's still alive. It's weird. But if they try to turn it around, he'll die. So he has to keep his head twisted. I'm like, could you imagine like living on your life like that? Wow. So, but this Scott McDaniel, awesome. Just the cover there. Look at that. Also, too, is another thing. When I do my posters, or when I do just one shots of characters, I try to imagine it as being a diorama, like a little statue set with a little hydrant here, or a telephone pole, or a tree, or a broken pipe, or some landscaping. You think of it like it's, if this, to make this really look nice, and somebody wants to buy this page, or somebody wants to make a statue, or like I said, a diorama out of my drawing, I have to do it in a way where it's already done like that, and all you have to do is copy the picture that I drew. And if you can get it drawn well, you can look at your picture and draw it from behind. You ever see those covers from I think it's Not Brand Eek, or other covers I've seen where they draw the front, where you can see this, and then you turn it over and it's from behind. That's cool to be able to do. You have to look at him and draw him, maybe even trace this, and then put it on the back and do the outline of it, and then see if you can reverse everything where it looks like you're looking at him from behind. Or take pictures of yourself. Get somebody to take a picture of yourself from the front. Somebody go, I don't want anybody to see me from behind. I don't like the way I look like. I'm just joking, but just practicing, looking in the mirror. Like my drawing table, I have to get one. I'll put a mirror right in front of my table, so when I'm sitting there, if I need to make a face or something like that, or draw a fist like this, and then take a mental picture of it and then go down, or get my girlfriend or whatever, take pictures of myself when I'm doing stuff, because Alex does that. You see some of the books from Marvelocity and some of the other stuff, if you see the videos that Alex Ross puts out, and others do it too. Mike Deodato does it, Mike Deodato Jr. He takes photos, reference, to see what something looks like, to get it done. He'll pose for different things, because I used to do that for my comic books I worked when I worked with Chris Ambar. I used to do pictures and everything, or have him pose for different things, and we put out comic books and stuff. But it's just, photo reference is invaluable. I get a lot of comic books, or I get a lot of to look at what other people do or have done, or I'll most of the time though, you should get, like, if you can get Sports Illustrated magazines or something like that, or bodybuilding magazines are good, or just something with Sports Illustrated, or just physique magazines for animation or something like that. Is just learning how to do it. And action figures are good too, for different poses and stuff like that. They even make those where you can pose them. I had a wooden figure. I got one for my son. It was a smaller one too, but you can put it on a stand and pose it and different things like that. Because I noticed, like, John Byrne, I looked at his artwork and I'm thinking, wait a minute, his artwork looks familiar. And then when I got those little wooden characters that you posed with the head and everything, and the hands that are like just a half thing and flat, I said, his artwork looks like those figures. And when I started copying, drawn from those things years ago, my artwork looked like John Byrne's. I said, wait a minute, maybe he does do something like that. But I don't know, it's just a style, because George Perez could do it the same way, because he has lean characters as well. And when you see him draw a meaty character, it's different when you see George draw a big character, because you see him drawing like a lot of lean characters. Like he can do like teenage characters when he does the Teen Titans. He's really good. They're all thin and everything, and then he'll draw the meatier guys and stuff like that. A lot of guys though he draws, they look kind of really lean, like athletic, like gymnasts, instead of real big bodybuilders. But when he draws those, he's good too. So he's like all around good. Okay, now back to Spider-Boy Team Up. I thought I had one of these, and I wanted to try to get the amalgams. Like, I had Speed Demon, and I put it back because I was trying to get some other stuff. But I think I'm going to get it, because it's just the amalgam characters. I just thought it was cool when they did them. But I don't think it's worth anything. But there's one that's worth the most. I think it's JLX or something like that. One of the characters where they're combined the Justice League and X-Men. I paid $1 for this one. Right, let me just see it. Yeah. And here's the cover again. I thought that was kind of cool. And here's the front. It's like, this is drawn Ladrone. And he's like, you see, he loves Kirby. Jack Kirby artwork. Nice stuff. And let me see if I can find a nice picture. But he's really good. I like his stuff. He did Inhumans, which I want to do. Like I said, I gotta do a flip through of it because he's got some really nice artwork. Here's his stuff in here. And hopefully I could see more of his stuff in the future, because I don't know what he's doing, but he's a really good artist. And see, this isn't colored that well like a lot of his stuff is, but he's a good artist. And just to get his, where's that? I thought I had a nice picture in here. He has a lot of detail and stuff like that in his too. Not bad. So Spider-Man Team Up, Legion, Galactic Guardians 2099. So here's another book I got, Mike Grell, Star Slayer, the director's cut. When I see director's cut, I go, yeah, you know what? Put that in a pile, because I like director's cuts. When they have artwork in them, they have pencil versions in them. That's another thing. I said it before. Hulk, Immortal Hulk #1 and #2 are coming out with director's cuts. So if you like, I'm gonna get a few of them. And I still have to get New Mutants 98 before they go up in price. I've been messing around not ordering it, and I missed out on Deadpool #13. Is that the one with Scarlet Witch and the Vision on it? I had a chance to get them because I always look at them, and I didn't do a video of them, and I wish I would have, but I always do look at the pre-order stuff. I could order 20 of them if I wanted to. Because when you can go to pre-order, you can order as many as you want. And I was going to do that, and I didn't, and I waited. Now look, they're all sold out everywhere. I think you might be. I tried to get one on Midtown Comics last night, and I put it in my cart, and I went to look for something else. And by the time I got ready to order, it said it's not in your cart anymore. It's been removed. Somebody bought. I'm like, ah! So I paid $1.49 for this. But maybe I'll find one at Laughing Ogre. They, like I said, they only let you buy one of each, so there might be some there this weekend. I'll check. But here's the front of this. Cool. Let's see what the artwork looks like on the inside. Here's the first page. Nice. Mike Grell's a great artist. I like to get a lot of his Warlord. Like I said, I wanted to collect Warlord. And like I said, if you saw any of my videos before, when I went to Half Price Books one day and they had a whole ton of books, they had a lot of Warlords there. They have Orion there, Warlord, everything. So here's more stuff. Let me check if why this says director's cut. I'm not sure. Usually when it's director's cut, they put extra artwork in there, or they have a story, but it's not in there. So I'm gonna have to see why they called it that. They called it that for a reason. There's some more artwork. So, and this came out, I'm trying to see, because this is his older stuff. 1995. It says September 1995. Wow. Nice stuff. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, yeah, that's a nice book. Like I said, I like to do that. And these are 4 of the new books that just came out, and somebody already put them out already. I mean, they sold them to Half Price Books. War of the Realms 1 through 4. I'm not sure if it's going to be, what's it going to be, 7 issues of it? I paid $2.99 for the first one, and $2.49 for all the other ones, 2 through 4. And this one still has the digital code in it. And have you seen the inside artwork? Really nice. Is it Oliver Coipel? What is his name? Let's see. No, it's Russell Duderman. Very good. Very good, Russell. He's got some nice artwork. These are very cool. And like I said, the other covers look cool too. Other books look well. So that's one. And if you haven't seen them and everything like that, hopefully I don't have any spoilers or in there or anything. This is number 2. And also, yeah, number 1, how to wrap around cover. Let me show you how to wrap around cover. Look at that beautiful Arthur Adams artwork. Awesome. And they had more. If you saw my video, the latest one of the ones that I put up for my hunt, you see they had some of the ones with Daredevil. They had Journey into Mystery. They had Punisher. I couldn't buy them all. I just didn't have the money. Even though they were half price, I didn't have the money to buy them. But I'd love to have been able to get them because it's just awesome art and just their new books. And I really would like to read this whole story because it seems interesting. I like fantasy type stuff. So here's more. See, with stuff like that, you ever see a crossover and the artwork's terrible? You would hype a big crossover and put a terrible artist on it. I don't know if they've ever done that. I've seen stuff where you're like, it's kind of iffy. You're like, you just almost missed. Here's number 3 for $2.49, and this is a variant cover. It says International Connecting Variant 3 of 6. So I don't know what all of them are looking like. I see them online, everything. So it's like there's so many books that you look at that. That is cool. Really nice artwork in this. It's just like clean, and the inking is clean, and the colors they draw you in. You're like, you know what? I want to read that. It's just something about it. It's just it's not. It doesn't like make you go back and be like, I don't like that. It's just it draws you in. When the artwork is nice and the characters it's smooth, and some artwork, depending on what story it is, you like more jagged or cartoony look. But with certain stories, you want to have more realistic stuff looking. That's cool. You just want to have it looking really nice. So like there's I like when they do this, how they drew the characters, how they created designs and everything. Very cool. Okay, now that one. Now here's the last one, and then I'll be done. Almost 30 minutes. It's 27 minutes right now. So here's the cover for number 4. Like I said, I'm not sure how many they're going to do, but Arthur Adams did all of them. Let's see. There's some artwork in there. Very nice. There's some more stuff. It's cool when they can pull the characters together and they can tell a whole story with each faction, each different group that fits together. And see, here's the free digital version is in this one too. So I'll have to get those off. I don't know if that reduces the price of the book, the value of the book. These are cool too because they show you like how many books are involved in it. So, and see, a lot of these were at half-price books, but like I said, I didn't have the money to buy them all. And this I thought was cool. This might be something I look into getting. I saw it on Amazon because it was sold out on all the comic book sites. The Art of War of the Realms. I saw it, I think it was like 20 bucks, maybe a little less. Or it was somewhere around in that area. If I can get one, I'll get one for a giveaway too. But very cool. I still have yet to see this. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen Captain Marvel. What else haven't I seen? Still haven't seen Ready Player One. I want to see Godzilla. For some reason, I don't want to see this. I'm not worried about seeing it. It'd be nice to see it in the theater, but for some reason, I want to see Godzilla on the big screen. This one I can wait for Voodoo for some reason. Why is that? I wonder. Like I said, sometimes you get in a mood where too many superheroes. I want to see something else. So, but I love my superheroes. But sometimes I go, you know what? I'll wait for it to come out on Voodoo, and I'm gonna go see Godzilla on the big screen. But that's just me. But thank you very much for watching. I'm done with that. That's all the books I got. If you have any questions, any suggestions, I'll put my email or my Gmail in my comments down below, or just comment on the video. I always say that on all my listings. When you hit that little triangle thing and it drops down, the drop down box, you can see some of the stuff I put. I explain the video, what it's about and everything. So, all right, but I think that's it. So I'm gonna go get something to eat. My girlfriend's making me cheesy bread. wow. And it's going to be Friday tomorrow. It's the last day of the week. Hang out with my girlfriend over the weekend and hit Half Price Books. And I'm gonna do some grocery shopping because I've been trying to eat more vegetables and fruit. I used to love to eat them all the time and everything, like, but I cut back a little bit on different things, and I'm cutting back on pop and different things like that. So I'll try to lose a little bit of weight. It's getting summertime and everything, and getting more hot and everything like that. I'm gonna pull out the shorts, wear shorts when I'm at work and everything. But I want to eat more fruit and vegetables and stuff like that, and I love fruit and vegetables. And for some reason, I love lima beans and black beans and brown beans and navy beans and red beans and pork and beans and hot dogs and stuff like that. Just you know, you get a taste for something. You're like, wow, I haven't had that peaches in a while. And the other day, I bought some pears. I haven't had pears in a while, and I'm thinking, why haven't I eaten any pears? So I've been eating pears all week. I bought those little cups. They had little cups, and I take them in my lunch at work. And I just take them and eat them. And pineapples, the little pineapple things, mandarin oranges. I love that stuff. Applesauce. So, but that's just me. So thank you very much for watching. You guys have a great night. Let me know what you think. Give me some ideas for different things. And I'm going to be doing more flip through videos. And I love doing that stuff. And I love doing the readings and stuff too. And with sound effects and stuff. But thank you very much for watching. You guys have a great night. Collected Dudes out.